Hi, Greg here, sitting on the naked floor of our cargo van. Wouldn't it look nicer if it had some flooring? We'd love to put some nice flooring in here. We are on a budget, however, so the approach we're using is to take a couple of sheets of 1/3 inch plywood and use that as the flooring. And I'll show you how we did that process. First, we got some painter's paper and put it along the edges and trimmed it to make a pattern that fits the edge. And we took the paper up, transferred it to the sheets of plywood, drew the pattern out, and using a circular saw and a jigsaw, cut the plywood to the shapes necessary, ending up with 5 puzzle shapes that fit snugly together and will work as the flooring. Back on the floor, as you can see, some of the metal ribs in this metal floor are closer than others. What we'd wanted to do was put subflooring in the places that had large gaps between the ribs, and also in places that were going to have a lot more weight resting on them because of stuff we're going to add later on. So as you can see, you got 7/16 OSB for the subflooring, was the closest dimension I could get to this. Cut the pieces to shape and numbered them and numbered the floor so we can put them back in the right place. Now we come to the part of the job that took 57 years. Actually, it didn't take that long. It took a lifetime for me to develop the patience to do this phase of the project. First, this didn't take long. We went and found some stain. As you can see from the label, it's supposed to be red oak. When we applied it, it turned out to be a lot more like dark walnut. What are you going to do? But as you look at the pictures, you can see we stained each piece. Then we applied polyurethane to each piece. This process involved sanding with a random orbital sander. I actually burnt one up and had to buy another one because I was too energetic. And then applying polyurethane, waiting 4 hours to let the polyurethane cure, and then repeating the process. So it took about an elapsed 4 days to apply all the polyurethane. Okay, now that all the pieces are cured, our final step is to take this underlayment. And this is used for parquet flooring that you put in a house. It's both a cushion and a moisture barrier. We wanted something like this for the same reasons: cushion, moisture barrier, and also to make sure that there was no wood-to-wood contact between the plywood and this flooring, and between the metal too. Just put a little cushion here on the flooring. So we're going to put a full layer of that as well. After we put the layer of underlayment, then we're going to fit each of the stained polyurethane plywood pieces in place and hope that they hold together pretty much like a puzzle. Well, that took a little bit longer than I thought. The pieces didn't fit exactly right. We had to do a little bit more trimming, but basically, here's the floor. A lot of this is going to be covered with the galley on this side, sofa bed on this side, fridge, and some shelves under it up here. The only seam, I believe, that's going to be exposed is this one running between the wheel wells. So we're going to find a way to deal with that. Caulk trim, I'm not sure what, and probably the other ones, but you won't really see seams on the other ones. We wanted the high traffic area here, though, to be seamless if possible, and we were able to do that. So we're going to let it sit here and lie here and rest into place because the plywood wants to bow up a little bit. But basically, this is the finished product.